Today's lesson is topic writing. Hello, everybody. My name is Roger.
And I'm Hanny.
And it's our topic writing lesson for the month of September. And our topic for this month is all about writing inquiry emails or writing inquiry emails. You can pronounce that word either way, inquiry or inquiry, which means you're asking into something. You're trying to get some more information, so you inquire about something. And this, of course, is when you send an email to a company asking for information.
好，我们来看看这个月的这个主题式写作呢，是叫做 Writing Inquiry Emails 撰写询问信。我们来补充一下 Inquiry 这个字也可以念作 Inquiry， 它就是表达询问、打听、调查。那它是来自动词 Inquire， 就有询问、调查的意思咯。
Okay, so let's come right into this. In today's lesson, of course, we've got someone writing a letter to a company all about an order that this woman placed. This is a letter from Sophia, and she has written to a company concerning an order of shoes and socks that she made. But there's a problem with the order. So, of course, if this happens to you, you might need to know how to write a letter like this to try to straighten this problem out.
好，我们都会用这个网络购物嘛，在线上买东西非常方便，完全不用出门。尤其是在疫情期间，大家都会偏好用网络购物来采买生活用品，减少出门，避免跟人家接触嘛。那可是网购有一个很大的问题，就是说消费者你在订的当下没有办法看到实体商品，所以常收到的时候你才发现尺寸不合，然后商品跟网页图片不符合等等的。所以我们这次主题式写作要练习写一封询问信，以这个消费者 Sophia 的角度来练习要怎么清楚表达他所碰到的问题。那这边他碰到，他就是说他有收到2个商品，那他其实2个商品都是要退货的哦。好，那我们就以这个消费者 Sophia 的角度来练习说要怎么清楚表达他所碰到的问题。那他碰到问题就是说他有订了2个东西，这2个东西都不如预期。那我们接着就会来看看这个他这边有一个商品退货表格，然后他有列出这个订单编号啊、订单金额还有送货的。那我们来看看他碰到什么问题了。
Right, you can see the order form there. She's ordered a pair of running shoes, and she's also ordered a pair of socks. So, of course, when you write a letter to somebody, you want to come to the point right away and tell them why you're writing. So here in the first part of our lesson, Sophia says, I'm writing to check on the status of my return request. Okay, status or status, you can pronounce that either way. That just refers to the condition of something. You might have high social status in society if you are a celebrity or a politician or if you're really, really rich or something like that. But in this particular case, she just wants to know the condition of her order. She has asked about something and she needs to have them reply to her questions.
好，就是 Sophia 她有订了这个跑步鞋跟袜子，那她现在就要写信。当然我们第一段就是要清楚说明她写这封信的原因，就是要关于这个询问的事情嘛。那我们先来看看她首先一开头就说 I'm writing to check on the status 或者是念作 status of 点点点，就是说我写这封信是要来确认我退货申请的情况。那么后面呢，她接了这个 my return request， 就是说我的这个退货申请的状况嘛，那后面再加注你的订单编号，这样对方客服人员才方便处理。那这边呢，我们也可以练习写写看，你也可以写说 I'm writing to ask 怎么样怎么样，我写这封信是要询问什么什么。假设我们是要写说我写这封信啊是要询问您是否有收到我的退货申请，那我们这个练习句子请 Roger 老师帮我们念念看。
I'm writing to ask whether you received my request for a return. My order number is 015947. So that, of course, is another way to phrase this. I'm writing to check on something, or I'm writing to ask about something. And remember, if you write a letter to someone, this is what you would say. But if you gave them a phone call, then you would say, I'm calling to check on the status. But of course, we're all about writing essays in this lesson, so we'll just stick with I'm writing to check on, I'm writing to ask.
好，因为我们毕竟是在写信嘛，所以你会说 I'm writing to 怎么样怎么样，如果打电话就变 I'm calling to 怎么样怎么样。好，谢谢 Roger 老师。那我们这边现在第一句已经写完，说你写信的动机是说你想要确认你退货申请，接着我们要询问事情。那我们来看看课文范例它怎么说。
Okay, it goes on to say, did your system process the application? If not, how do I go about requesting a return? So yes, their system would be their computer system or their employees and how they handle these things. And of course, if you make an application or if you turn in an application for something in order to ask them to do something, then that's the process. They receive it and then they read it and then they do things about it, and hopefully they write you back and let you know that the problem has been taken care of.
好，这边他下一句就课文范例就写到说，你们的系统有处理我的申请吗？ Did your system process the application? Process 这边当动词就有那种处理的意思。那你就是说，如果你们没有处理的话 ，if not 就是如果没有的话 ，how do I 怎么样怎么样？这是就是询问对方，我可以怎么处理呢？如果你们没有收到的话，那接着你还可以用 Would you be able to provide some information？ 你可以帮我提供一些资讯，那关于看我要怎么做吗？那 Roger 老师，我们可以念一下这个句子吗？
Did your system process the application? If not, how do I go about requesting a return? And it goes on to say, would you be able to provide some information regarding the return process? So remember, Sophia began this letter by stating her purpose. I'm writing to do something, and then she has some questions. And then finally, in this introductory paragraph, she makes a request. Would you be able to provide some information regarding the return process? Yeah, tell me what I need to do to help process my return.
所以这边他就是麻烦这个客服来提供一些关于退货程序的资讯。那我们来换句话说来写写看哦。你也可以问说，请问我这个申请有顺利的进行吗？如果没有的话，我可以直接透过这个 email 来退货申请吗？是不是？我们也希望可以直接在 email 上面处理嘛？或是说，你也可以请对方说，麻烦告诉我该怎么处理好吗？那这边稍微比较正式的动词，你可以用到 advise， 它在这边不是只说劝告啊，或者是提供建议的那种意思，而是只说告知、通知。你可以用 advise me on how to proceed， 就是表达说请告知我如何处理，这样它就是那种 give information 的语义。那我们请 Roger 老师帮我们念念看，我们可以换句话说怎么去询问这个退货申请。
Okay, here's another way you can phrase it. Was my application successfully processed? If not, can I request a return via email? Please advise me on how to proceed. So again, this is basically asking for the same information. Did you receive my application? Was it processed? And was it processed successfully? And if not, if it was not processed successfully, then could I request a return via email, a return of the products? And do I do this by writing you another email? Gee, I don't really know what to do here. Maybe I don't have a lot of experience with these sort of things. So please advise me on how to proceed. Please let me know what I should do so I don't look like an idiot and so that I can actually get my shoes and socks and get this order straightened out.
好，我们现在第一段讲完说你写这封信的原因，然后也问了说你想要问的事情。那我们接下来要进入写作第二段落呢，就是我们要去详细的描述你商品碰到什么问题，还有你的退货原因。那我们来看看它的课文范例是怎么写的。
Okay, here's the second paragraph. It says, the first item is a pair of gray running shoes. I ordered a size 6 according to the size chart on your website, but the shoes are too tight. I think I need to go half a size bigger. Now, this sounds very familiar to me, Hanny. I often need to order clothes online, but you never know if they're going to fit or not because different companies have different standards. So to me, the best way to get shoes online is to simply not order them online and go to the store directly. But again, here, she's being specific about what she ordered. The first item that I ordered is a pair of gray running shoes. That means she has one for the left foot and one for the right foot. That is a pair of running shoes.
Well, I never buy clothes or shoes online. I have to go to a store directly and then try them on, see if they fit.
You're smart.
Thank you. 好，我们来看看这边他一开始写他的这个商品的问题是什么呢？他说他买的第一个商品是这个灰色跑步鞋。那根据网站上，你这边就要注意到他讲的表示说不是顾客自己的问题哦，我有根据你们网站上的尺寸表，你们这个 size chart 来订购6号尺码，可是穿起来鞋子太紧了，我觉得需要选大半号的鞋子。I need to go have a size bigger. 好，那我也来换句话说写写看哦。假设你也可以说，我订了一双灰色跑步鞋，可是鞋子不合脚 ，They don't fit properly. 根据你们网站上的尺寸表啊，我应该是穿6号。这边我们练习的句子，它是要表达说鞋子稍微大了一点，你想要小一点的，所以你可以说这鞋子大了半号左右。那我们必须重新订一双尺寸小一点的鞋子。那我们请 Roger 老师帮我们示范看看可以怎么说。
I ordered a pair of gray running shoes, but they don't fit properly. According to the size chart on your website, I should be a size 6, but the shoes are about half a size too large. I'll have to reorder the shoes in a smaller size. So that's what would happen if you order shoes online. You receive them in the mail, you take them out of the box, and you try them on, but you find out that they don't fit. They're either too big or too small. But of course, before you order those shoes, you check their chart online. Of course, all these websites have a size chart for you to check out so that you know what size to order, but you never know. It might be too big, it might be too small. Of course, you need to do like Hanny does, go straight to the store and try it on right there. But she thinks she should be wearing size 6 according to the chart, but they're a half size too large, so she needs to reorder the shoes in a smaller size, maybe a 5.5 or maybe even a 5.
Oh, that's right. 好，我们刚刚描述完了第一个商品的问题，退货的原因。那接着要来看看第二个商品它碰到了什么问题。那我们请 Roger 老师帮我们念念看课文的范例它是怎么写的。
The second item is a pair of yellow socks with white stripes. I think the order was filled incorrectly because I received a pair of black socks. Ooh, that hurts. When you're expecting a pair of yellow socks and you get black socks, ooh, that's not good because you want to look your best wearing those yellow socks with those white stripes. Maybe you want to look like a tiger or something, but instead you get a pair of black socks. It makes you look like a Black Panther or something like that.
That sounds cool.
Well, to me that would look great, but maybe that's not what Sophia wants.
好，我们来看它第二个商品出了什么问题。第二件商品是一双白色条纹的黄色袜子。那这个作者认为说在订单处理上是有误的，因为他收到的是黑色袜子，根本完全不一样啊。那我们这边特别注意一下这个 fill， 他说 the order was filled incorrectly。 这个 fill 在这边不是填满啊填写那种意思，他在这边是表达按照订单来供货，我们常用 fill and order 来表达。好，那我们接着来试着也写写看，来照样造句。你也可以说我还订了一双白色条纹的袜子，黄色袜子，可是却收到一双黑色袜子。我认为这个订单处理是有错的。那不管怎么样，我想要把那双袜子退货，你这边可以用 in any case， 就是说我不管中间到底出了什么问题，反正这个东西就是出错嘛，不管怎么样，无论如何我就是要退掉。好，那我们请 Roger 老师帮我们念念看这个练习的句子可以怎么写。
I also ordered a pair of yellow socks with white stripes, but I received a pair of black socks. socks instead. I guess my order was filled incorrectly. In any case, I'd like to return the socks. So no matter what the case was, the fact remains that I want to return the socks. I don't want these black socks. I want yellow socks with white stripes. I had my heart set on those socks, and I won't accept anything less. Okay, that brings us to the end of the first part of our lesson. Let's move on to part 2. And again, Sophia is still writing a letter to this company to take care of that return of her sneakers and of her socks. So let's dive right in here. Of course, she has addressed this email to customer service at ebay.com. The subject is a request for a return, and then she also includes the order number, and she begins by saying, "Hello." And she says, I'm writing to check on the status or status of my return request. And then again, she gives the order number.
好，我们来看看这边是开始来看我们的课文的范文。那当然它是一封 email， 你就会看到它的主旨就是直接说他要申请退货，后面还包含就是写下他的这个订单编号，这样子客服人员一看就知道他要做什么了。所以一开始他就写到说他想要确认这个商品的状况嘛，注意一下 status 或是念作 status， 在这边它是指状况情形。那它其实也有身份地位，像我们有时候听到 status symbol 就是身份地位的象征，或是 social status就是社会地位的意思。
Okay, I suggest that people in Taiwan read this word as status because y'all got problems reading the butterfly sound, the 蝴蝶 in a. So just say status and that will solve that problem, and you're equally correct that way. Now she goes on to say, I filled out the request form on September 10th, but I didn't receive a confirmation email. So again, she's giving some information on the background to her order. You fill out a request form, and then she indicates the date of September 10th, but hey, they did not write her back. She did not receive a confirmation email.
好，我们这边再看到这里又有出现 fill 这个字，那在这里呢，它是用 fill out 来表达填写，大家就可以表达填写表格啊，填写文件。然后还有一个补充单字是 confirmation， 它就可以表达确认、确定或是证实的意思，它就是来自动词 confirm。Okay,
the next sentence says, I'm aware that it usually takes 3 business days to process a request, but it has now been 4 business days since my application. So business days, that would be Monday through Friday because people don't work on Saturdays and Sundays, so you can't count those days.
好，我们这边来看一下哦，这边文中用到 business days 其实就是工作天，他们的上班日嘛。那么还有一个单字是 application， 它是指这种申请啊、请求或是有申请表的意思。那特别注意它还有那种应用的意思，像我们手机上面的应用程式，我们会说 app 这个字念作 app， 它就是来自 application。Right,
that refers to those little computer programs on your smartphone, though, or on your PC. But in this particular case, it's a form that she filled in, or she filled out. And she goes on to ask another question. Did your system process the application? Did you take care of the application? And if not, how do I go about requesting a return? So go about, what you do. What should I do to request a return if your system has not processed my application?
好，这边有一个片语叫做 go about， 它就可以开始表达说开始做某事啊，去从事什么，去着手进行某个东西。那后面可以接名词或动名词来表达。
Okay, and then it goes on to say, would you be able to provide some information regarding the return process? So regarding is often used in letters. That just means it has something to do with this. So yeah, send me some relevant information. Send me some information regarding the return process because I still don't know what to do. And any assistance or any help would be much appreciated. Notice here, she's still being very polite throughout this letter.
这边他写的真的很有礼貌这样子。那我们来看看他有用到 regarding， 就是表达说关于什么什么，至于什么什么，其实意思就会跟 about 蛮相近的。然后还有他用到 assistance， 就是这种协助帮忙的意思，特别注意它是不可数名词。所以他说 any assistance would be much appreciated， 就是他很感激任何的协助，所以这边就是比较客气的用法咯。
Okay, so again, she offers the information on exactly what she ordered. She says, I ordered 2 items, 2 things, both of which I'd like to return. Okay, so I got 2 items, but I don't want to keep them. I want to return them. Or I think it sounds like she wants to get an exchange on the shoes. But the first item is a pair of gray running shoes. I ordered a size 6 according to the size chart on your website, but the shoes are too tight. And if shoes are too tight, that's not good. If you go running in shoes like that, you might get blisters.
好，那我们这边要补充一下，看到第二段第一句，他说 I ordered 2 items, both of which I'd like to return. 这边的 which 指的就是前面那个 2 items， 就是说你订购那2个呢 both of which 这2个我都要退。其实这后半句也就相当于你可以说 and I'd like to return both of them 的那种意思。好，那我们接着继续来看后面的课文。
That's right. So again, the shoes are too tight, and she says, I think I need to go half a size bigger. Indeed, if the shoes are too tight, then you need to try a bigger size. And the second item that I'd like to return, or the second item that this email is regarding, is all about the socks here. The second item is a pair of yellow socks with white stripes. I think the order was filled incorrectly. So again, stripes are just those lines on something. And of course, she wants the socks with those white stripes. And of course, she thinks the order was filled incorrectly. It was handled incorrectly because she says, I received a pair of black socks.And that's not what she wants.
好，那这边补充一个，这个单字 stripe 它就是指条纹的意思。那补充一下，如果你去掉字尾 e 变成 strip 则是指细长的一条啊、一片啊那种带状的那种意思。所以这2个字不要搞混咯。然后再看到 incorrectly 就是不正确地，这个 in 前面就是否定字首。
Okay, she goes on to say, I double-checked my order details and I definitely placed the order correctly. So she double-checked. She looked at her original order to make sure she had not made a mistake. But she says, I definitely, 100% for sure, placed the order correctly. The mistake is not with me. It's with you guys.
好，这边他用到一个副词 definitely， 这是比较强烈的字，就是表达确定的、肯定的、毫无疑问的，就是100%肯定这样的意思。
Right. Is it cold outside? Definitely. Absolutely. It's cold outside. Remember to wear a coat. Now then she goes on to say, the mistake must have been on your end. Please advise me on how to go about sending these items back. So your end. Basically that means with you guys there. This of course is my end here at home, and then your end is where you guys are. So yeah, you guys must have made the mistake, not me.
好，注意这边的 end 在这里呢，它是指方面啊，或是部分的意思。On somebody's end 就是说某人所在的那一方，也就是说他在这边讲 on your end 就是商家那一边那一端出的问题。那我们这边就是 on my end.
Okay, and then she finishes up here. She says, please advise me on how to go about sending these items back. So yes, I've determined that there has been a mistake. You sent the wrong items, or at least the socks were wrong. The shoes, well, that's the size I ordered, but I need to exchange them. So in any case, you need to tell me, you need to advise me on how to go about sending these items back. What should I do? How should I mail them to you? Should I pay for it and wait for you guys to pay me back? Whatever. She's asking them for information. So hopefully she will get this all sorted out. And she says, many thanks, Sophia.
好，最后这边就是请对方告诉他可以怎么退货，把东西寄回去嘛。那像这样就是一个很完整的退货申请的相关询问 email。那希望今天的课程对同学们都很有收获哦。
That's right. Hopefully this has been beneficial to all of you out there so that you know what to do. If you encounter a situation like this and you need to return an item or exchange an item and you'll need to write the letter in English, we wish you the best of luck, but I think you should probably do like Hanny does. She buys her shoes and her clothes directly at the store, so there won't be a mistake like this. Okay, that brings us to the end of our lesson for today. Thank you for joining us, and please join us again next time. From all of us here, my name is Roger.
And I'm Hanny.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.